From the biggest fan favorite on Zeus Network to the most hated girl on reality TV, y'all, Scotty With the Body's story can only be described as absolutely insane. I mean, this reality star used to have the whole internet on a chokehold.
What's up? It's your girl, Scotland, aka Scotty With the Body. I run Charlotte, and I'm that bitch.
But things went downhill so fast. Now people are genuinely convinced she's stuck in a trap. Like she completely traded her peace, her real face, and her safety just to let the network bosses control her life. Because when you actually look at the receipts, none of this makes sense. First, it was the rumors that she was messing around with the CEO, who gets accused of stealing from everyone around him. Next thing you know, there are nasty rumors about an STI getting passed around the cast while they are literally fighting on camera. Then it gets even worse with the straight-up abuse of her and her dog. But the ultimate breaking point was the pregnancy that changed everything. So what is actually going on here? Is Scotty a victim of a super toxic network, or did she willingly sign up for this circus? Pull up a seat, because we're unpacking the absolute mess of Scotty With the Body in this video. So before any of this reality TV mess, Scotland Ryan was literally a D1 athlete, like a total golden girl. She grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina, and guys, when I say she was completely detached from this world, I mean she was a whole track superstar. We're talking running varsity sprints at Leesville Road High School, breaking records, all of that. There was no street drama, no shade room aesthetic, none of it. She even got a full ride to Eastern Kentucky University for track, and you have to be so locked in to do that. You're up at 5 a.m. doing crazy workouts, keeping your grades up and staying out of trouble. Back then her record was spotless. She wasn't getting into college fights or getting in trouble with the school at all, and that's exactly how she started her first fitness brand, Snatched LLC. She was just doing regular fitness stuff, selling resistance bands, making meal plans, and just trying to keep things positive and wholesome. She was just a normal fitness influencer. But then the pandemic hits, the fitness wave gets way too crowded, and Scotty starts hosting at clubs in LA and Miami to make some extra cash, and that's exactly how she ran into Natalie Nunn. Now look, anyone who has watched reality TV since the Bad Girls Club days knows exactly who Natalie Nunn is. She's the ultimate villain. Word on the street is she spotted Scotty working bottle service and immediately targeted her. And it makes sense. Scotty had the perfect look, but she was quiet and way too easy to influence. This is where the internet deep dives get wild. Before Baddies even had a trailer, people online were already finding crazy receipts. The forums claim Natalie didn't just invite Scotty to hang out. Allegedly, she recruited her to do OnlyFans content for Natalie's own page. Think about how messed up that is. You're a young fitness girl trying to make it, and this reality TV star promises you fame, but basically puts you to work on her adult page first. People online say this immediately put Scotty under Natalie's thumb. Natalie had all the leverage and connections, and Scotty was just along for the ride, with zero clue what kind of corporate mess she was stepping into. Anyways, back in 2022, the Zeus Network announced Baddies South. Now you have to remember how that network worked. Natalie wasn't just on the cast, she was an executive producer. She had massive hiring and firing power. So right out of the gate, she used that power to get her favorite new girl on the roster.
Y'all, I'm not about to play with y'all. Y'all know who I am. It's me, Natalie Nunn, the one and only baddest. I'm back,
But look at how the network set her up. Instead of introducing her as a D1 track athlete or a legitimate business owner, they completely threw all of that in the trash. They introduced her to the world as just Scotty With the Body.
What's up? It's your girl, Scotland, aka Scotty With the Body. I run Charlotte, and I'm that bitch. Period.
Production literally marketed her like she was just some video vixen, completely erasing who she actually was just to fit the trash TV vibe. But the second the camera started rolling on that production bus, it became so obvious why she was really brought on. Scotty did not fit in with these aggressive girls at all. While castmates like Chrissy and Rock and Rolly were out here throwing hands over seating arrangements and internet drama, Scotty was just smiling, being polite, and trying to have normal conversations. She was just too nice for the show, and everyone watching it saw it immediately. People online started saying the producers realized they could completely walk all over her.
y'all, this is my Scotty.
And I'm from the South.
She runs the South. I brought Scotty to the table because Scotty do be running the South. And I thought it would be only necessary to replace Christina with a real bad bitch who runs herself.
Because at the end of the day, Baddies runs on crash outs. They need girls to go crazy just to get a viral trailer. But Natalie wants to act like she's the big boss, so she can't be out here fighting everyone herself. So she used Scotty as her crash dummy. During Baddies South and Baddies West, a crazy pattern started happening. Fans noticed that Natalie would start drama behind the scenes with a new girl, and then she'd get in Scotty's ear and make Scotty do the fighting for her. It happened every single time. If someone disrespected Natalie, suddenly Scotty is the one screaming in the Sprinter van. She's the one getting into fights and getting dragged on the internet, while Natalie just sits back and collects her producer check.
I'm still gonna make me 100 M's with 100 plans. Give me best up, extend yo. I carry bitches like a prego.
The comments were calling her Natalie's puppet. Fans were literally screaming at their screens like, why is this gorgeous fitness girl letting them ruin her image just to keep Natalie's hands clean? But the network didn't stop at messing with her head. They wanted to completely change how she looked to fit that copy and paste Zeus look. When she first started, Scotty's whole thing was her super cute natural gap teeth. Her early fans loved it because she looked real and fresh-faced compared to all the surgically altered girls on the show. But the internet is toxic and the hate got nasty. Production kept editing her to look weak, like she was just Natalie's little sidekick. So the comments started dragging her, calling her basic, calling her unpolished.
Man, you look like a Teletubby, bitch. Blow up fucking dog.
What are you talking about, Miss Gap? I already told you leave me the fuck alone.
Oh my God,
Stop talking
cute,
to me.
bitch.
Stop
you
talking
have
to
to
me.
go get shots in your ass to look some type of way.
You need to go to my dentist.
I don't.
You need to
Don't
go to
worry
my
about what I'm
dentist.
doing, bitch.
So right before the Baddies East reunion, she finally gave in to the pressure. She completely got rid of her natural smile and showed up with these blinding white veneers.
What's up? It's your girl, Scotland. It's your girl, Scotland Ryan, a.k.a. Scotty Too Hottie with the Body. What's up? It's your girl, Scotty Too Hottie. Scotty Too Hottie with the Body. And what's up, y'all? You already know who it is. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Scotty Too Hottie with the Body.
Sure, it just looks like a normal influencer glow-up. But TikTok and Reddit went crazy because it shows how weird things really are over at Zeus. People were pointing out how the network gets these young girls and pressures them to change their faces, making them look exactly like everyone else on the cast just to please the bosses. And you could tell that pressure was building up for a while. Back during Baddies East, Scotty started complaining about the non-stop fighting, even calling the show ghetto. During the reunions and all the messy back and forths on social media, she doubled down on it and kept saying the environment was getting too wild and exhausting for her to deal with. The internet went absolutely feral over this. They started digging up old clips of her entire time on the show, calling out her hypocrisy. Fans were like, hold on a second. You started on Baddies South as a fun-loving party girl, but now you're acting like the show is beneath you? You're jumping into fights, helping people double team, and doing the exact same things as everyone else. But you want to act like you're too classy for the network. But what the fans didn't realize back then was that Scotty wasn't just dealing with Natalie's mind games or cast drama. She was secretly dealing with the most powerful man at the network, the CEO himself. And that mess was about to completely blow up her life. We're talking about Lemmy Plummer, or Lemmy as the internet calls him. And to understand why getting involved with this man was such a trap for Scotty, you have to look at how he treats the people around him. He isn't just some regular Hollywood boss. He's the guy who built an entire empire off making millions from raw, unedited fights.
I just felt like it was a void with the streaming space. I just said, look, I gotta launch my own network.
Yeah.
I felt like at the time it was a lot of undervalued talent, and I said that, you know, for me, I want to work with these people, give them the opportunity. I wanted it to really allow them to monetize, have some creative control, and really give them a platform to do some incredible things. And so that's when I said, I gotta launch Zeus.
But long before Scotty ever got to Zeus, Lemmy already had a reputation for screwing people over. When he first started the network, it was supposed to be this amazing, groundbreaking thing for black creators.
Good friend of mine, Lamorne Morris. Congrats on your Emmy, by the way, my brother. Lamorne tells me that he has a colleague named Lemmy Plummer who wants to meet with me about starting a social network. His pitch was he wanted to start a black Netflix for influencers and call it the Social Network, which was already a Facebook movie, by the way. He offered me a good amount of equity in the company and said he was going to look out for Lamorne for connecting us. He never looked out for Lamorne. Now, at the time, I had the biggest series on the internet called the Caught series.
He went to massive internet stars like Storm Power and King Bach with a dream pitch. He told them, let's build a black Netflix where the creators actually own the company, share the profits, and control their own content.
With Daystorm, King Batch, and Amanda Cerny, who were pretty big influencers.
Yes.
And we ended up, I brought them on board.
So they used their huge followings to get millions of people to subscribe. But the second that subscription money started hitting the bank accounts, Lemmy completely flipped.
A promise from Lemmy that they'd get paid back once Zeus was profitable. They never got paid.
Storm Power completely exposed him. He came out with real receipts and bank statements showing how Lemmy was secretly moving the company's money into his own pockets. He locked his partners out and basically stole the app from the very people who built it.
Till this day, myself, Batch, and Amanda, we receive K-1 tax documents stating that we make millions of dollars from the Zeus Network as partners. So we're paying taxes on money that we never received. So while Lemmy Plummer walks through Paris with 5 security guards and design...
It got so bad that the original creators were forced to use their own cash just to keep filming. Meanwhile, Lemmy was allegedly pocketing all the profits, changing the contracts behind their backs, and cutting them out completely. He basically took over the entire thing, turning a platform that was supposed to help creators into his own personal bank account.
So while Lemmy flies on his private jets and throws out money to crowds off of a career full of lies, keep in mind that if he can do this to his partners, imagine what he would do to someone who is not.
That's when Lemmy and Natalie completely flipped the script. They realized they didn't even need those big internet creators anymore. They figured out they could make millions just by putting young girls in toxic situations and filming the madness. Word on the street is that once Lemmy took full control, the casting got disgusting. Former cast members basically leaked that Zeus runs more like a high-end escort house than a real TV network. The rumors are wild. They say Lemmy waves $20,000 contracts and promises spin-offs, but the catch is you have to sleep with the front office just to get your foot in the door. If you work for a normal TV network, you get HR, union rules, and security guards who actually protect you. But on Zeus, security is basically used to bully the cast. Look at Lemmy's main bodyguard, Beast. During a hotel room fight with Akbar, people leaked major receipts showing that Beast literally pulled a gun right on the girls just to scare them into shutting up. And that's the exact mess Scotty walked right into. She signed her contract thinking it was just a regular reality show. She had no idea she was dealing with a total snake. Insiders and rumor channels say Lemmy used that whole situation to his advantage. Remember how Scotty didn't fit in on the bus with that aggressive cast? Lemmy knew that, so he played the comforting, powerful boss behind the scenes to get close to her while she was stressed out by all the violence. What started as business advice quickly turned into a secret fling. Lemmy was flying her out, buying her expensive things, and paying for a high-end lifestyle she couldn't afford on a regular influencer budget. That's when things got messy. The lines got completely blurred, and she stopped being just a cast member and basically became his property. And when someone asked Lemmy back then if he was actually dating Scotty...
Are you dating Scotty?
Am I dating Scotty? Listen,
Yes.
Like I said, I like to keep my personal life private. I'm in a very unique place right now. In my personal life. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm actually just trying to find me.
He tried so hard to play it down. For years, he completely denied ever touching her, and the network did everything they could to protect his image. It's just so messed up. You're dealing with the multi-millionaire boss behind closed doors, but on camera, you have to act like you're just a regular cast member who got there completely on her own. The internet straight up called her his side chick, because while they were sneaking around, everyone believed Lemmy was still with his longtime partner, Janeisha John.
Janeisha and I, we were in a relationship for 7 years. We were in a very traditional girlfriend-boyfriend relationship for 7 years. And I love her, she's great.
Fans were constantly dragging her name through the mud, calling her a home wrecker who sold out for a reality TV check. But leaks from inside production showed that behind the scenes, things were way darker and completely transactional. Every single time Scotty tried to stand her ground or demand that Lemmy take her seriously, he would allegedly instantly lock down her coins. Word is, whenever they had a massive blowout and Scotty gave him an ultimatum, Lemmy would allegedly cut off her funding. He'd allegedly stop paying the rent on her luxury apartment to LA to force her back into line, basically using her housing as an eviction warning to break her spirit until she played by his rules again. If you don't play by the CEO's rules, your apartment, your check, and your spot on the show can just disappear overnight. She was completely trapped in his shadow, and things were about to get 1,000,000 times worse, because the real story behind her fandom fight with Razor was about to drop, and it involved a medical mess that left the internet completely sick. If you watched Baddies West, you definitely remember that completely random, vicious fight that broke out between Scotty and Razor.
You not gonna sleep. That's fine. And I mean, I stand up. Stand up. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up, because I did not touch you. Stop.
On the show, the editors made it look like a typical reality TV fight where the girls just drank too much and had a misunderstanding, but the internet knew better.
To you more than I was. It had to be something about something else, like a nigga related.
Former cast member Stunna Girl went on an absolute rampage on social media and dropped the real tea that production hid from the final edit. The leak alleged that Lemmy was sleeping with both Scotty and Razor at the exact same time behind the scenes. And y'all, this tea gets way nastier. The allegations claim that Lemmy allegedly had an STI, specifically gonorrhea, and passed it straight to Razor. Then, because he was sleeping with both of them at the same time, Scotty allegedly ended up catching it too. Think about that. That explosive hatred between those two girls on camera had nothing to do with some seating arrangement. They were literally fighting because they allegedly caught the exact same thing from the same man who was supposed to be their boss. Fans were completely disgusted. People were calling out production for deliberately making up a fake storyline for the episodes just to protect Lemmy's image, while letting the two women take all the public embarrassment and beat each other up on screen. Scotty wasn't just a cast member anymore. She was also out here dealing with the actual physical consequences of messed up stuff happening behind closed doors. But then, if you thought the medical rumors were bad, things got way worse. In early 2025, everything completely blew up in the most graphic way possible. It started when Scotty's old personal stylist, Darien Christopher, totally went rogue. He didn't just drop regular reality TV gossip. He went on his platform and claimed that Lemmy was physically Scotty and messing with her head. Darien openly claimed Lemmy put his hands on Scotty during a fight away from the cameras, but the rumors got even crazier because the stylist also claimed that whenever Lemmy got mad or tried to control Scotty during their fights, he would take it out on her dog Capri. The claim was that the CEO would literally her pet just to scare her, break her spirit, and force her to stay in line. And once that came out, people in the industry couldn't stay quiet anymore. Joseline Hernandez and a bunch of other reality stars immediately stepped forward, saying they heard the exact same horrible stories about how toxic things are behind closed doors at Zeus. But almost right away, Scotty and Lemmy went on social media to completely deny all of it.
Let me say, hold on, wait. Can we clear up these rumors about Capri and me kicking Capri and all this?
But get this, while everyone is arguing over whether he put his hands on her, she dropped a whole new bomb. Right on the premiere of Baddies USA, Scotty announced she was pregnant.
I'm gonna tell you, ladies.
What?
I am pregnant.
And she said the father was Lemmy Plummer. The internet went absolutely crazy. But the celebration didn't last long because the messy situation surrounding this pregnancy immediately brought back the ultimate elephant in the room, Lemmy's long-term partner and the official face of the Zeus reunions, Janeisha John. For years, viewers watched the most uncomfortable workplace dynamic in TV history. Janeisha John literally had to sit on national reunion stages holding a microphone and professionally interview her own partner's secret girlfriend.
Welcome to the stage, Scotty. Welcome. Now, new season. You came and you dropped a huge bomb on everyone, letting everyone know about your pregnancy.
Yes, I did.
The internet straight up called it a toxic sister-wife setup that the network forced both women into just to keep the checks rolling. And when Scotty casually revealed she'd been dealing with Lemmy for years, people online immediately did the math.
Me and Lemmy were together for however many years. And I'm just now farting around this man.
She had just publicly confirmed a long-term affair that completely overlapped with Lemmy's 7-year relationship with Janeisha, so they weren't holding things down for Lemmy at all. Backstage was just completely tense, and when Scotty tried to approach Janeisha for a hug, she coldly said no.
Scotty with the body.
The fake act officially ended when Janeisha used a live interview to throw major public shade, bluntly telling RJ on camera, Lemmy has a baby on the way.
Yeah, what's up with you and Lemmy? Are you and Lemmy good?
Lemmy got a baby on the way.
Well, I mean...
Scotty immediately fired back on Instagram, telling Janeisha to stop throwing shade. The internet went completely crazy over it, so Lemmy himself finally had to step in. The Shade Room even posted that he asked everyone to stop comparing the two women and cut out the negativity, saying they both deserve respect. But seriously, nobody was buying it, and that whole professional network act was completely dead. People were just sitting back and watching his main woman and his pregnant girlfriend tear each other apart all over the timeline. Then things got even crazier when fans started hounding Lemmy, asking why he wouldn't just marry Scotty since he got her pregnant. He actually went on social media and posted that he was building a life, not performing tradition. It was such a massive slap in the face. The fans completely lost it, saying he basically told the world that Scotty was good enough to give him a kid and bring in ratings, but she wasn't good enough to get a ring. But she still got her payout for dealing with the mess though, because right after the pregnancy news dropped, Zeus turned around and gave Scotty her own spin-off show called Scotty With the Baby.
We got a special announcement. I just greenlit Scotty's new series called Scotty With the Baby that's coming out on...
And the girls backstage were absolutely furious. Raleigh and Christine were losing their minds behind the scenes, and the main cast members who actually bring in the views completely hated the setup. They were out here saying Scotty didn't get a show because she has star power. She only got it because she slept with the boss and got pregnant. Now, you would think having a whole spin-off show would mean Scotty finally won, but the main Baddies cast was completely done playing nice with the CEO's pregnant girlfriend. That is exactly when her beef with Anna Mac completely exploded, and Anna did not care about who was running the network or who Scotty was sleeping with to get her way. Anna went right on camera and started screaming to Scotty's face that she was just a favor hire who had to rely on her bedroom activities with Lemmy to get a paycheck. The two of them ended up in a massive, messy fight.
Hey, what's up?
Hold on, Scotty, wait, Scotty, hold on.
And most of the fans completely sided with Anna. Everyone was pointing out that because Scotty was dealing with the boss, she was basically running around with a cheat code. She could talk trash, shade people, and start fights, knowing production and security would protect her from getting hurt. But once the camera stopped rolling, Anna took the disrespect to a whole new level online and went directly after Lemmy himself.
Marisol over there, you're not happy, you settled, and that's why you're over here harassing me. Like, please, you're supposed to be loving on your pregnant girlfriend, but you over here texting blogs. Aren't you about to be a father? Be a father. Your little scrawny ass about to be the worst example of a f***ing father, bitch.
Anna completely refusing to respect the boss threw the entire network into chaos.
Same little girl that I was. Only reason why I'm coming to reunion is for my check, but don't make me have to air you from top to bottom. What Mariah said, from the rooter to the f***ing tutor, babe. You, Janeisha, Scotty, I could take it all the way back.
It started a massive public war between a cast member and the CEO, and honestly, this just showed that no matter how many people Lemmy put around Scotty to protect her, the truth about how she got there would always be used to tear her down. And all the talk about her being a hypocrite got way worse during a recent filming cycle when Scotty tried to step out of her place and instigate a match between her castmates Lex and Tashiki. Scotty literally looked at them and said she was trying to get them a bag by making them fight on camera.
Like a boxing match before, like, on the reunion, you know how they come out and sing? What if we had two people fight? A boxing match? Yeah, a boxing match between two people, the heaviest hitters.
you so messy.
Because it's not for real. Like, they could put gloves on, you know.
Most of the cast turned on her so fast that it made her head spin, and they explicitly told her to sit there, look cute, and be quiet right then and there. The girls told her straight up that she was pregnant by the CEO, contractually safe from getting hit, and shielded by a team of personal bodyguards, so she had absolutely zero right to tell other people to go out and fight for a check while she sits back completely safe, and the internet was totally agreeing with them. Then in March 2026, her spin-off show officially premiered on Zeus, and the comments were brutal about how messy things looked on camera. People were watching the episodes after she gave birth to her daughter, Iceland Blair Plummer, and the backlash started blowing up all over social media.
Mom, can you stop doing that? Just talk right here.
Oh, is this your mom? Nice to meet you.
I think I feel one. Scott, let's do this.
Okay.
Deep
Mom.
breath. Deep breath in and let it out.
No.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Deep breath. And push.
Ah, beautiful. There's that baby. 3, 4.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
8, 9, 10.
Here we go.
Everyone was dragging Scotty and Lemmy for using their newborn baby for views. People were so disgusted that they'd bring a tiny infant around all those flashing lights and shouting crews just to make money and get more app subscriptions. But the baby stuff wasn't even the only mess, because their whole relationship looked completely crazy on screen. Viewers were stunned when Lemmy openly admitted on camera that he was the homewrecker in her past. He basically told the world he was cheating on Janeisha John, and it just made Scotty look like a glorified side piece.
See, here we go. Why do you do that? What is going through your brain? What do you think when you?
That's okay.
When I travel, when I travel and I leave, what do you?
I'll have my friends back in LA.
Because you think all you
DJ
think.
Sky.
You can hang out with whoever you want. All I'm saying is I just don't like that. I don't like you accusing me of things. That's what I don't like. It's the accusing of when I'm working and I'm out of town. All you think about is all you think. Fun. No, work fun. All you think about is me and other females. That's all you think about. Who am I gonna be around? What girls am I gonna call? Who am I gonna see?
That's because I love you, babe.
Like the bad energy between them was so heavy you could feel it through the screen. Like they were on there having these huge fights because Scotty was sick of him micromanaging the set and constantly getting into female business instead of acting like a real boss. And things got way crazier when Scotty went back to the main Baddies show as the CEO's baby mama. The other girls completely stopped treating her like one of them and started acting like she was just a spy for the bosses. Moreover, the whole drama about her parenting really blew up when Pressure called her out publicly, questioning why anyone would bring a newborn baby like Iceland into that world and chaotic filming environment.
I've been so disrespected.
I never, ever, disrespect you.
You say the same thing every time.
So Scotty had to go around telling everyone that the baby was only filmed in a quiet room at her house, completely away from all the street fighting.
I was Scotty here with the baby. I don't know. That was the most weirdest ever. Like, why would you bring your baby in a setting like this when you know damn well?
Honestly, it's just wild looking at everything that happened to her. Half the internet thinks it's a total tragedy because she started out as this talented college athlete and got completely swallowed up by Zeus. They think she traded her peace and her safety just to be a punching bag for Lemmy and Natalie. And honestly, that part doesn't sit right with a lot of people, because even if half of those allegations about Lemmy are true, then this really isn't a redemption story. It's a story about a man who allegedly hurt her dog, allegedly controlled her money, and somehow still came out looking like the boss who built her up. But at the same time, look at where she's at now. It's 2026 and she's not in the background at all. She basically ran through all that chaos on Baddies and ended up at the top of the food chain.
Tend to feel like now that you could be a little entitled to doing certain things because you're with Lemmy. It can be.
She had a baby with the CEO, got her own spin-off show, and locked down a permanent bag that none of the other girls could ever touch unless they also have a baby for the CEO, right? So look, call her a victim, call her a genius, call her whatever you want. But as long as we keep opening our wallets to watch this mess, Lemmy is going to keep printing money, and Scotty is going to keep cashing the checks. So who really played who?